All right, we're joining this next racing process. Got caught up in a conversation with some future sailors, so I had to be a little late here, so I apologize. But this race is Cruz and Julian, and Cruz is in boat 2, Julian's in boat 8. Looks like we got 2 out in the lead coming up here. Are they on the back stretch, it looks like here? All right, so we're back stretching here, making the turn, and ooh, they got the, oh, we've got the big sails on now, so that's the exciting thing that we've made change while we had that long break, is we have the big sails on, and they've just made a pretty good, successful little move with the big sail there. Didn't have to furl it up. A lot of times with the big sail, you'll have to furl to get it through so you can get it to the other side. Looked like they had a nice little maneuver they made there. Might be kind of hard on the sails. We'll have to see how that looked. But they're coming around here to the finish. And it is boat 2 in the lead and boat 8. Oh, nope, that's boat 8 in the lead. Oh, nope, that is boat 2 in the lead. Boat 8 just rounding there. So it looks like Cruz has the lead here, and he's going to run away with this one here. Boat 8 is foiling. The Code Zeros have added a lot more power to the boat. You can see they're having a little more boat to handle now. A little more boat to handle in this wind. It's right on the verge, so we've let them go and put them up in the big sails. And there's boat 8 coming across the line. And I can't tell if there's a 2 in front of him. Let's see. Really not having a hard to follow when I didn't get in there in the beginning. I apologize. I need some information here. And that is boat 2 still finishing. So that was 8 and then 2. I had that backwards there. And we'll let them get to the hot swap. We'll be back a lot faster this time. It was a 2-boat race, so therefore only one boat's already in their ride, and we've got 2 swap boats getting in there and getting them swapped out, and we'll be right back to you about 2 minutes before the next start. All right, we're back with round 5, race 3, final race of the round, and we've got Ewan in boat 2, Leland in boat 3, and Zach in boat 8. We're about a minute and a half out, and we'll be going from here into the race. This is boat 3 we're seeing here. Minute and 19 now, so they'll be winding up, getting ready. In about a minute, they'll start picking their spot where they're going to wind it up and head to the line. The addition here is we've got the big sails on the front. The wind's lightened up a little bit, so we've put in the code zeros on the front of the boats. Gives them more sail area, higher speeds. But when the gusts come in, things get exciting. So let's pay attention here. We're under a minute here now. And with under a minute to go, we've got boat 3 winding it up here in the picture. We got boat 2 up there. Looks like he's kind of a little ahead, so he's going to wait to start putting it into the foil action. And trying to locate our third boat there. They must be up a little closer to the line there, waiting a little bit closer. Yep, there they are, coming in the frame. And we got about 25 seconds to go here, so there. Boat 3 is wound up. Looks like he's going to angle up to get up in there by the pin at a full foil. Boat 2 is coming in, up on the line at the pin. We're at 10 seconds now. All clear. All boats are a little late, but they're flying away at the first mark. Boat 2 and 3 headed right for it, and it did. Smashed it. Great start from Ewan and Leland there with Zach. He's out there, but he was a little slow on the trigger there. He got to the line a little late. So we got Ewan and Zach in a duel up there, or Ewan and Leland in a duel up there at the top, headed to the first mark. Ewan on the inside, Leland on the out. Ewan in the 2 boat, Leland in the 3. Leland is flying ahead of Ewan, working hard, keep that lead and stretch it out to get up to that first mark first. And he will have the first mark in the whole shot there, and he will be headed up to his second rounding to get onto the back stretch where the speeds will reach top speeds all the way across the back of the track. Leland and Hunter getting her high. They're going to try to get a good fast jibe here. It's very difficult to jibe with the big sail. And it looks like they're in the little sail on this thing. Nope, that's the big one. All right, and then we got Ewan making it through and around, and Zach right on his heels. He's caught up to him. He's right on their heels. He's trying to get inside. Leland is working hard to get back on the foils. He's up there. He's headed out. Ewan on the inside there with Zach straight on his tail, and Ewan blasting over through the inside on Leland. Leland's just not quite got the speed dialed in yet, and Ewan just ripped it back to the foils, and he has made his move. He is the king of the backstretch, and he is showing it why. Ewan just ripping through, headed out. It's going to be very hard to catch that young man now. He is going. Zach's got him an angle, though. He looks like he's going to try. He's going to go in there on the inside and take the inside turn on you, and he's going to try and do his own move on him. This should be exciting coming to this next mark because Zach is screaming up in there on the inside with the hot angle. He is going to have to give a little and get down because he is up a little high. But Ewan's keeping that lead, staying flat, keeping the boat high. It's going to get tricky out here in the waves as they get out into the fresher breeze and the bigger waves. Chosen to cut through the line there. We've got the line pushed out long. All right. We're getting down in here. He's going to have to make his tack here soon. Looks like he's headed out really long there. All right, he's gotten in there now. He's got that tack coming in. Did his furl. Got his big one back out here shortly. There it goes. There's the race to the foils right here. Who's going to get to the blades first? Can Zach come in here and get back on the blades before you? And whoever hits the blades first here will win this race. And that looks like Ewan has just taken off. He is flying. Zach's still trying to get there and get the speed back. But here comes Leland and Hunter. They are not done yet either. They are hustling down to the finish. Ewan with the first. And we're going to get the 8 boat with Zach on there in the second. And Leland and Hunter are going to get the third. And that was a great race. That was some exciting backstretch takeover there by Ewan. He took over Leland and Hunter there, and it just kept on. And Zach took over Leland and Hunter. Zach and Ewan pretty much owned that backstretch there. Leland and Hunter got a little out there, a little slow, too much, and here comes the finish with the 2-8 is right there. I don't think Leland and Hunter can get there. Although the 8 boat just set it down there. Zach, you better get it back up on the foils and get it high. You're in the waves. Leland's coming. But it looks like that Zach is going to handle that second just fine. Just as we saw, once the flight takes at that last mark, it's pretty hard to come down there and catch them. It happens, but you really have to be close at the beginning of that. So we're going to come back for round 6. Round 6 we'll have Darby in boat 2, Cruz in boat 3, and Zach in boat 8. So Zach's going to stay in the same boat, so this should be a pretty quick hot swap. And we'll be right back with you about 2 minutes before. It looks like we may have had it sounds like we've had a little breakdown here. Might be stalling up, but we're inside 1 minute. That might not count. It might just be a broken boat. We're going to continue the race. I got to hear from the committee now, but this race is consisting of Darby, Cruz, and Zach. We're boat 2 is Darby, boat 3 is Cruz, and boat 8 is Zach. Maybe putting the freeze on it. I don't know. Got to hear from their umpire. We're waiting for a call from the umpire here. The rule generally is if the boat breaks after the 2 minutes, then we are just going to run the race without you. But they may have been close enough to the 2 minutes that they're pulling in to get assessment before they make a call. Okay, looks like we are going to pause racing and get the rudder fixed before we go out there. So we'll hang tight here. We'll give you a little break here, see what's going on. Let us get a full picture if they're going to have to bring in a new rudder or if we're going to be able to repair what's going on there. So we'll be back here shortly to catch up with what's going on. So we're gonna try round 6 again here. The start of round 6, we had a breakdown. We had to stop, fix the boat, and go back in it. So now here we're under a minute and a half on the way into round 6's first race with Darby in boat 2, Cruz in boat 3, and Zach in boat 8. The desire to make sure we have good racing was a good call there by the race committee, getting that boat fixed and not making one boat sit out because it was after the deadline there. We are flexible in the rules, and I like that, to make sure the racing's good and there's no boat issue that decides the race. We don't like those. All right, so we're going to be right here around a minute, I think. I lost my little counter, but we're going to be close to 40 seconds here. We got to under 40 seconds. We got a couple of boats stalled out waiting. It looks like one's going to make a run up. He's not in the picture yet, and that's the one you're going to have to look out for.
30 seconds.
We got 30 seconds here. Going into 20, right at 20 seconds here now. 20 seconds to the start. The run-up boat is coming in hot, and the other boats, we got the 3 boat now starting to foil a little bit as he's going to the line.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, 3 up by the boat. Is that 2 up by the boat there? With 3, and then 8 down inside on the line. It's going to be hard to get down by the 3 boat and the 2 boat. They're going to have a difficult time getting down to that mark. 8 is screaming out. Zach is running the race out. He's going to have the lead there at the first mark. The 3 boat Cruz is going to be in third, and the 2 boat Darby is going to be in second here at the first mark. Lots of racing to go, but that was a start that the 8 boat controlled there on the inside. On a reaching start, you want to be up on that inside. That's the hottest line, really, in my opinion. Here we go with a little bit of the bearway, and you probably won't see it in here, but they're doing this jibe right off the end of Fairhope Pier. I mean, the fans are within 50 feet of them where they're doing the jibe. It's a beautiful little jibe coming up here right off the end of the pier. And we've got 8, 2, 3 coming in for the jibe. 8 sets it down pretty hard. 2 does 2. 3's got hard. He's got an inside lane there. Can he take it? Can he take it? He's going to try. Well, he just quite didn't get there. He set it down too early, too hard. And now we've got the leaders. The order did not change around in that rounding, and we're ripping off to the other side out there on the back stretch with the 8 boat in control. Zach in total control over Cruz and the 3 boat, or Cruz and the Darby in the 2. Was it Darby in the 2 boat? Yeah, Darby's running second there with Cruz in third, and they're screaming down the back stretch, and Darby's doing everything he can to get the boat as high as he can, as fast as he can. Zach's locked in, running hard. Looks like he's got a pretty controlling lead. He got it up off the foils, up onto the blades before anybody else at that jibe, and he was gone. The big sails are very hard to keep it in the air while you jibe, so it's a big set down. You have to pick it, make it smart, and make sure you can get back to the foil quick. Unbelievable racing going on out there on the back stretch, peeking out with the big sails there. Zach in total control of the race here, across the back stretch. Darby's working hard, but Zach's on the inside lane. It's going to be hard to get to him. It'll be hard to get to him. He's in total control. He's done his harden up, and he's coming in here for his tack. The tack is going to be where Darby's going to have a chance. Everybody has a chance here at the tack. It's all about sail work. Who's going to get the boat slung around, the sail back out. Zach's done a marvelous job there. Got a real big heel. Put the heel back. Nice roll tack there by Zach. Darby's coming in, putting in the roll tack as well. Zach squirting off. He's not on the foils yet. Darby's still got a chance. Get it on the foils, Darby. Get it up there, buddy. Here comes Cruz in. He's going to be a part of this as well. But it looks like Zach has got the big enough lead. He's got it back on the foils fast enough, and he will take the first place. handing Darby a second, and Zach and Cruz a third. Hello. Uh, we're not quite finished, but it's going to kind of wind up that way with the heavy foil riding of everybody. Nobody's on the bottom. As long as Zach keeps her on the foils, he's going to finish this race just as they finished around the next to the last mark there. Great, exciting endeavor. Zach with the victory. Darby coming in second, and Cruz wrapping it up on the third on that one. So the first race of the round 6 is Zach, Darby, Cruz. Zach, Darby, Cruz. And we'll be back for the second race here shortly with Matthew on boat 2, Leland on boat 3, and it'll be a 2-boat race. And we'll have an exciting swap here, quickly done with just 2 boats having to change out, and then we'll get on into the second race of round 6. And we'll be right back with you about 2 minutes before we start the next race. We'll pop in here and get the start going. does that happen?
Yeah. And then you'll have to.
No, they're getting out of the big sales, and they had a breakdown, so.
No, but they're beach creatures.
No, they're not. They live in the woods.
No, they don't. They live in the sand.
No, they don't. We don't have nowhere I know has scorpions in the
They
beach.
have them in Indian Pass.
Indian Pass doesn't count.
It's kind of wooded, but it's at the beach.
It's woods. The scorpions
How much the
Yes, we're back here at the Fast Eddie 2 in Fairhope for round 6, heat 2. We had to restart that race. We had some breakdowns. We had some breeze come up, and we had a boat go over. So we had to reboot and start over here with some repairs and some smaller sails. And now we are inside 2 minutes on race 2, round 6, with Matthew in boat 2 and Leland in boat 3. Boat 8 is not in the race this time. They'll be sitting out, chilling, watching, and waiting for their turn to go on the next event, next race. So boat 3 is there. Looks like they're teeing up here. We're at one minute now, 1 minute to go, and both boats have set up at 3 and 2 are set up to where they think they should start foiling. It looks like they're kind of off the line, so they're going to be pulling the trigger here, I would imagine around 30 seconds from where they are, with the breeze that we've got right now. They're seeing over 15 on the course. That's why they're back in the little jibs. The sea breeze is just delivering this afternoon here on Mobile Bay. Fairhope's a beautiful venue for sailing. Every afternoon you get the sea breeze. We're in June and we're getting a great sea breeze. So definitely a sailor's paradise here on Mobile Bay. And we're inside 15 seconds now, and they're going to be winding it up here. So I was a little off. They were going to wind it up at 15 seconds. They were a little closer than I thought.
4, 3, 2, 1, start.
All clear. Nobody wanted to push the line there. It looks like 3 is gone. He's foiling, and Matthew 2 is still trying to get up on the air. Just did not get up off the line and get foiling before the gun happened. So, but he's coming on now. There he is, about to foil up now. And unfortunately, Leland and Hunter are down the road and will be very hard to catch. Leland and Hunter won the mini series 1 in Fairhope. These boys are fast and they know how to pull the trigger. So they put the blades in first, and they are now well ahead and will be tough to catch. They'll be exciting in these little jibs, trying to go in and make their jibes, because every one of them want to stay up in the air when they jibe around the 3rd mark up here. So he'll be bearing away now and heading out to the 2nd mark, excuse me. He's bearing away and heading to his 2nd mark, and his jibe is coming. Once he puts the jibe in, we'll see if he can keep it in the air. Definitely got the hum going. You can hear him in the background here, flying hard. Nice job. Touched it down a little bit, but he is back going. Speeds are right there. He'll rock it up and take off foiling again, and it will be a long road ahead and very hard to catch. That man and his partner, Leland and Hunter there. They're just screaming away, and we'll have this race well in hand. Leland and Hunter, like I said, they won the 1st place in the mini series Fairhope 1, and they are enjoying themselves on this backstretch right now. Great time happening on that boat. They're locked in, foiling away, reaching the max speeds of probably the day. We've got the best wind of the day, and we'll be working on having that published here with our videos as we move forward with our broadcasts and turn it up and get it better and better. Thank you for sticking with us on this first one, and me not even knowing how to do this, so it's kind of fun. I'm enjoying it. Leland and Hunter are ripping down the backstretch. They're with a commanding lead. They probably have a half a leg lead. They'll probably finish with a leg and a half ahead as far as they are right now. They're way up in the foils, screaming out to the big water now. They're out past what we call point clear over there, and when you get out past point clear with this breeze, you get in a little bit more chop. You get the boat a little higher. Pay attention to where the valley is of the wave, so you don't put your foil right through it and lose connection and go down. But it looks like Hunter and Leland have figured out that angle, and they're just ripping on out, and we'll be passing her. They'll be getting over to their next maneuver here where they'll harden up, and then we'll see how they do on their tack in the wave. Sometimes the boat from the back can come in and get that if they were close enough, but I think Matthew's still kind of back there working on that angle. So there he is, hardened up. Boat 3 with Leland and Hunter. Now they're going to come up here to their tack, see how they do with their tack. They got some chop out there to deal with in this tack. He's going to run it out a little bit, try and get it high, see if he can't get it there. There he went with it. He didn't drop it, but he sure gave himself a lot of angle to get it back. So that's nice. He'll probably be right back up in a few seconds here and full in for the finish with his commanding lead. And we find out right here that these two are fast young men, and they have a bright future sailing with us. The newly signed Electric Eels will be lots of cash envelopes going to those boys over the next few years for sure. And there we are with their finish, with their bullet, and they hand Matthew a second, and we'll hope he can make his way up there with within 5 minutes, so he doesn't finish in place, which is kind of a penalty if you get to a tiebreaker. So we're going to be coming back with race 3, the final race of round 6. I do not know if this will be the final race of the day. I haven't heard from the race committee if they feel like they want to go further. With this breeze and it being only 450, I would say we're probably going to try one more round, but we'll listen out for the race committee and the umpires decide if we're going to do that. But the next race will be Julian in boat 2, Ewan in boat 3, and Zane in boat 8. So now we have Julian in boat 2 coming up on the next race, Ewan in boat 3, and Zane in boat 8. So we'll be coming back to you here shortly with the next race. We'll come in about 2 minutes somewhere in there before the race, get you off to going. And thanks again for the Blind Tiger and all their hospitality here. Wonderful marina, wonderful bushwhackers come out and eat them. They got a great smash burger, and they have a chicken sandwich that if you hadn't tried, you need to come try it out. And we'll be back with you right before the next race. All right, we're back for the final race of round 6. I have not gotten the word yet that this is the last race, so we are going to do another round. This race will have Julian in boat 2. That'll be Julian and Hudson. There'll be Ewan and his crew in boat 3, and Zane in boat 8 with Jason. So we're going to have, they're inside. I've lost my timer up there, but they're inside 2 minutes. Yeah, they're in a minute. They're at a minute, so the boats that have taken the spot furthest back will probably go ahead and start fulling, but it doesn't look like anybody's decided that move. So they're going to be at about the 30-second mode, I believe, here. We got one still walking away. He's trying to set up. That's probably Ewan. He sets up a little early up front. So we've got the 3 is Ewan. He's over there. Nope, that wasn't Ewan. They're all kind of setting up together, all right by each other. With the 2 boat on the closest to us, the 8 boat in the middle, Ewan taking the inside. He's decided he likes that inside. And where's our clock? We lost our clock in our window. I'm gonna have to hold my styrofoam down with my A game here. The tropical A game, new wrapper. We're at 10 seconds to the start. 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And it looks like we have Ewan on the foils on the inside. He gets the start. He looks like he's going to have the whole shot there with 8 right on top of him. Right there. 8's a little bit of the lead, but Ewan's on the inside, so he's closer there. Nice little run up to the first mark here. Who do we have there? That's the 8 boat. The 8 boat has got Zane. So it's a Zane and Ewan battle at the first mark. We're going to see who's going to pull their bear away better. Zane's coming over the top of Ewan there, running away from him. Schooled him. Put him to lesson there on the first run. Ewan doesn't go away easy though, so we'll see how this little bear away goes. Ewan's going to stay tight on the bear away. Zane's giving a little more room. He's letting him have it. He's trying to rock it, see if he can make his jibe. They're all trying to decide if they get the boat high enough to go through the foiling jibe. Ewan's just lifted the boat there. He's ducked down. He's going to go outside Zane and stay on the foil. And it looks like he stayed in the air through the jibe, and he is going to rip away. Zane better get back to the foil quick. Nope, the outside move, staying on the foil in the jibe. He just ripped it past him, and he is gone. Ewan did the pass in the jibe with the foiling jibe. Even though Zane was very good and fast to the jibe there, he got back on the foil quick. It just wasn't fast enough. Now, can Zane run him down? Can Zane run him down? He's hard. He's trying. He's got the boat locked in. The boys are running hard across the back stretch here. This is going to be a close rounding here at the tack. Zane's pushing hard. Ewan is ripping away from him though. They're on the edge of wipeout here on this. When they get out into these big waves, they're passing the committee boat again, so they're going to start hitting the bigger waves now. They're going to have to be really high to be out of those waves. Who can get the boat high enough to where the wave doesn't bobble them and stay out of the valley? Here it is. There, the waves have started now. Zane is coming in hard in the big air. He's coming in fast. He's catching him. Setting it down in the wave though, that hurts. He'll pull away from him in that. All right, Zane is making trees on him. He's catching him. Ewan's protecting a little. He's protecting that inside track. It's going to be another, when they're hardened up here, this is where Ewan's going to have to stay real tight in this harden up so he doesn't open a deal. Oh, that was the tack. I'm sorry. I missed the harden up. It went by the mark too fast on me. Ewan got right up. Zane hit the mark. He's got to turn. Zane hit the mark. Ewan's gone. Ewan's foiling. Zane hit the mark. He's going to have to race hard now just to get back to his second. Julian is not going to let that second happen. He is going to go ahead, make his rounding, go on the foils, and be gone, and serve Zane his third place on that race. When you hit the mark and your buddies are foiling, you're not going to do well. And there's Ewan blasting off for his victory of this race. Really won in the foiling job, kept the boat in the air through the job. That made the difference. Then a solid rounding there onto the tack gave him the final ending of the chance of anyone else. So we're going to have Ewan take that first spot as he's right there, finishing Ewan first. Then we'll have Julian, I think, unless Zane has figured out a way to get back there. All right, I can't see what we got going on here. Not sure who we're covering here. This looks like this is probably Julian and Hudson, boat 2. That angle, I just really can't tell, but that is a boat 2 finished ahead of boat 8. So boat 2 got the second, and boat 8 will get the third. So Zane's hitting the mark cost him the second place as he was vying for the first.
Who won that race? Rather, who was second and who was third? Boat 2 was second, boat 8 was third.
So that is official from the race committee. We do have Ewan first, Julian second, and Zane third. Very hard to win races when you hit marks. Can't hit marks. All right, so it is a seventh round coming up, I think. So we're going to go back to, we're going to have a seventh round here in the quarterfinals at the Fairhope Fast Eddie 2. First race of the seventh round is going to be Matthew on boat 2, Julian on boat 3, and Zane on boat 8. So Zane will stay home. This will be a fast hot swap, so we'll be right back with you as soon as possible. And about 2 minutes before the start, you'll see us back with the boats flying. All right, I just got notice from the race committee. They are finished for the day. We're going to end it there with a total of 12 races. 4 rounds, 12 races. Every sailor raced 4 races each. So we're going to call that a day, and we'll be back tomorrow with the semifinals, the petite finals, and the final. And we'll be here giving away 10 grand, 5 to the winners of this event and 5 to the winners of the mini series. And is pretty much shaping out where it's not going to be the same person. So we'll see how the points work out. And we will see you tomorrow. Roughly around noon, we'll start checking in with you and letting you know where we are and how we're doing. And thank you again for A Game, keeping us hydrated, letting us bring our A game to all the events, the Blind Tiger, Florence Marine, Think Inflatables, and all our locals guys that bought space on our boards here on the pier. We appreciate y'all more than you could imagine, and hopefully we're going to continue to give you more options in different places and different things throughout the year. And we'll see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon for the finals of the Fairhope Fast Eddie Mini Series 2.